On today's show, we'll tell you why the whole Shannon Skip arrangement was a mistake from the get-go.
Let's go. Roll the intro.
All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the Paulie and Tony Fusco Show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today. You know, we're going to give you a breakdown
wait.
of the NBA Finals, even though we haven't bothered to watch a single game, right, Tony?
We don't need to.
Yeah, don't need to. And we're also going to talk about one of the greatest flip-flops in sports talk history.
Yup, as they say, this is one for the ageless.
Absolutely. And by the way, Tony, did you see our recent numbers report we got? You know,
did
there's
I?
a metric
Absolutely.
in our business, people. Yeah, we're going to take you behind the curtain here. There's a metric in our business called CUM. That's short for cumulative audience for you amateurs out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, people, we just checked our recent CUM, and it is huge, isn't it, Tony?
The volume of our cum is off the charts. I mean, our cum covers everybody everywhere. It's such a huge level of cum.
Yeah, you know, some older hosts, they have a declining level of cum. Not us.
Natural,
our cum
but not us.
is as robust and strong as it was in our early 20s, isn't it,
Yeah,
Tony?
and now we're streaming this show too. Our streams are so big and powerful that it only increases our already heavy cum.
Yup. And, you know, our cum is just so far-reaching. Far-reaching.
Crazy.
Anyway, enough about us. You know, today we're going to discuss the big brouhaha going down in sports talk. Of course, we're talking about the Shannon Sharpe breakup with Skip Bayless. And to get his thoughts, we're going to bring on someone who also co-hosted a show there at Fox Sports 1, the debate show, former NFL Pro Bowler Marcellus Wiley. And we're going to see which side he's taking in all this.
Yeah, it better be the correct side.
Yeah, well, before we get to the show, it's time for a quick word from our good friends at Sleep Number. Do you use a mattress that doesn't have an elaborate number system? How the do you even sleep at night?
Yeah. Now, I don't actually use a mattress because I sleep on a waterbed, which is far superior and a better way to sleep. But if Sleep Number ever made a waterbed, I would definitely use one.
Absolutely. And the special deal for our audience, get this, go to sleepnumber.com right now. Enter the promo code Fusco. You get 50% off the 7th mattress you buy. Offer only valid in Guam. Sleep Number. All right, well, there you go, Tony.
There you go, another check in the mail.
Get right into our top story.
Top story.
Okay, first of all, we know you're all tuning in right now because you want to get our reaction to Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Look, we're going to let you behind the scenes here, okay? We're not live right now. Not live on this podcast. You probably thought we were live.
Yeah, exactly.
But look, it's actually Wednesday right now at about 4 p.m. We got things going on tonight. More important than a useless Game 3. But, you know, if you want a reaction, right, Tony, if they want a reaction, here, we'll give it to you. Here, watch this. Hey, Tony, the Nuggets won Game 3. Your thoughts?
Big win on the road for Denver. This totally swings momentum back in their favor. The Heat need to make several key adjustments if they want to win Game 4.
All right, now do one for the Heat winning Game 3.
Big win at home for the Heat. This totally keeps the momentum they had after winning Game 2. The Nuggets need to make several key adjustments if they want to win Game 4.
So there you go, people. There's our reaction.
There you go. We're done.
Anyway, talking about the Nuggets, you know, this week we saw the biggest turnaround in sports talk history. You know, a few months ago, ESPN's Kendrick Perkins, he came out and he said the only reason MVP voters were voting for Nikola Jokic was because he was white. Well, now suddenly he's flip-flopped. He's saying, well, Jokic is the greatest center ever to play the game. And he didn't even stop there, Tony. He said ESPN should do more to promote Jokic. They should stop talking about LeBron and the Lakers and do more Jokic talk. And he is so right, isn't he, Tony?
Absolutely. You know, in the midst of all these ESPN layoffs, finally someone has a solution. More Jokic talk.
Yep.
That should turn ratings around right away in the right direction.
Yup. In fact, it's such a smart formula for success, Tony,
Totally.
that we're going to adopt it right here on the show right now. Starting today and every week from now on, we're going to bring you 5 straight minutes of uninterrupted Nikola
Great.
Jokic talk.
Yup.
In fact, here we go, Tony. Here, start the clock at 5 minutes. Okay, Tony. Nikola Jokic, NBA Finals, your thoughts.
Wow, so much to say. I better talk quick so I can fit it all in. Jokic is a great shooter, a dynamic big man who can do it all. And now he's a one-time MVP and possibly an NBA champion. So, how we doing on time?
So great, Tony. Only about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Keep it rolling.
Jokic also has a great basketball sense. He's got so much court awareness and skills. He can really do it all. How we doing on time?
Still about 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go, but this is terrific content. Just keep it going, Tony.
Yeah, he's also from Serbia, so that's something. And don't forget the nickname, too, Joker. That's a great nickname because it comes from the very successful Batman franchise. So, Nuggets, Batman, both successful franchises. One from the world of film and the other from the world of sports. How we doing on time?
Still got about 3.5 minutes to go here, but, did you mention he's tall, too, Tony? He's
No,
tall.
I didn't. So, yeah, he's tall. He takes up a lot of space. He can maneuver.
Oh, whoa. I hate to interrupt
what?
this terrific segment, but we just got big breaking golf news. Hit the sounder.
Breaking news.
All right, this is just in, Tony. The PGA Tour and the Live Golf Tour, they're merging.
Wow.
Tony, just a lot to process here. Your instant reaction to this news.
I admittedly haven't been following this story too closely, but there's one thing I know for sure. There was no way the Live Tour could have ever succeeded. Saudi Arabia is a desert. You can't play golf in a desert. It's just one big bunker.
Terrific point, Tony. I was thinking the same thing. This is probably why they were paying the golfers so much. I mean, it's so much harder to play out of the sand. It seems like
Totally.
a win now for both sides here, doesn't it?
This does give hope for other leagues to merge. Hopefully one day we can end the division between the NFL and the XFL. It's unfair that the Arlington Renegades aren't given a shot at the Super Bowl.
Terrific point, Tony.
Thank you.
Wait, what were we talking about before this news came down? What was it?
I don't even remember, so let's just keep moving.
Yeah, let's just continue with another top stories. Hey, this one out of football too. Big development out of Dallas. The Cowboys, they're dropping wide receiver Antonio Callaway because he was caught driving with a suspended license.
Oh,
And Tony,
so ridiculous.
This is just a huge mistake by Callaway, wasn't it?
Big mistake by Callaway here. If you want to make the Cowboys, you can't commit a misdemeanor. You got to commit at the very least a felony.
Yep.
Maybe soliciting a prostitute, maybe some arson,
Yep.
A little grand theft larceny, manslaughter may be a little much, but being an accessory to murder might be the right move to secure a spot on the 53-man roster. This was just a huge misjudgment by Callaway here.
Such terrific analysis there, Tony. And
Thank
now
you.
let's move to a huge story in the world of sports talk. Shannon Sharpe says he'll be leaving Undisputed, breaking up with his co-host Skip Bayless after the conclusion
Yup.
of the NBA Finals.
Saw
Now,
that.
according to reports, Tony, Skip Bayless, he's looking for a replacement who won't argue with him so much, won't, debate him as so
Smart.
much.
Smart.
Yeah, we totally agree with what Skip is doing here.
Absolutely.
Why would anyone in their right mind want to have a co-host on their own show who disagrees with everything they say?
Oh.
Would you want that, Tony?
No.
I mean, that makes absolutely no sense, right?
100%.
I mean, you can have compelling, interesting conversation, just like the one we're having right now, and agree on everything, right?
You hit the nail smack on the head as usual. I got nothing further to add because you nailed it.
There you go. See,
there you
people,
go.
that's how it's done.
That's how you do it right there.
Yeah, look, perfect timing, because to discuss this, we got our guest coming on the line. So let's bring him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, this guy is a former Pro Bowl defensive end. He played 10 seasons in the National Football League. You know, Bills, Chargers, Cowboys, Jaguars. And not just shitty Jaguar teams, actually good Jaguar teams.
Yeah, the good team, yeah.
So anyway, you know, he's making a name for himself in broadcasting. He's been on a bunch of shows, but never this one. So I'm sure this is a huge deal for him right now. Let's bring him on in. Marcellus Wiley, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, man, this is what it feels like to be at the top of the mountain, man. I finally made it, Mom.
There you go. That's how you do it. There you go.
To you. You know, we want to get your thoughts on this whole Shannon Sharpe, Skip Bayless breakup. Since you used to work at FS1. You know, now apparently the reports are that Skip wants to replace Shannon with someone who agrees with him, and we think that's the totally right approach. You know, you've hosted these debate shows. Don't you think it's just better for everybody if the other person just agrees with everything you say? I know Tony agrees with me on that, don't you?
100% all the time.
There's no way. And look, if Skip is waiting for somebody to agree with him to be his co-host, he's going to be doing that show by his damn self for the rest of his life. Ain't nobody going to fully agree with Skip. I don't even think Skip agrees with him. Depends on if it's a Monday or Tuesday. The opinions will change. Oh, man. I just think that what happened is Skip is stuck in his ways. He's been uber successful at yelling at people and yelling at players. And another guy finally got as big as him, if not bigger. And he didn't want to change the game plan, didn't want to share the reps. And that's what happened.
You do have some experience here, right? You know, you co-hosted Speak for Yourself with Jason
with Whitlock.
Which, from all reports, was an absolutely miserable experience for you and also the viewers at home
for
who had
us
to watch
and the
show.
viewers,
You know, the show was called Speak for Yourself, yet every time you tried to speak, Whitlock would interrupt you. Now, take us behind the curtain. How heated did it become backstage? Did Whitlock ever try and sit on you or something like that?
As big as Whitlock is, I'm bigger, so he better not. I got these younger muscles, so that would have hurt. No, you know what's funny about Whitlock? He actually is a great listener. He does have very concrete opinions. Hard to move him off his opinion, but he is open to it. We only had two contentious moments where we were about to really take it to another level. Other than that, he had respect for me, so I actually had it good. A few of our guests, he undressed them on air, undressed them off air. And I thought that was a little crossing the line. But other than that, it was fun, man. I like actually working with Whitlock.
You know, it's hard to move Whitlock off of anything, especially a chair, from what I've heard. But, there you go. But hold on. The Skip Bayless job is available. You know, you do have experience there. Would you take it if it was offered to you?
Man, I mean, look, I'm going to get corny and cliche, never say never, but nah. What I know of it, 3:30 in the morning wake-up call, got to deal with Skip in terms of him controlling the show, not creating the show, not creating the content.
You do bring up an interesting point. These guys have to get up so early. You know, if anyone asks me to get up before 11 a.m., I'm angry. What if they put Undisputed on it, let's say 3 p.m., maybe 7 p.m.? Do you think everyone would just be happier?
I think so. I mean, more than that, I just don't believe what we do for a living, which is just talk about sports. You have to prepare longer than the actual show is.
Exactly. That's why we get on the show with no prep. We just show up and start
We show up and we go. And professional. And we agree all the time.
Here. Let's just do a quick, we got a lot of viewers here, a lot of eyeballs on the show. Let's do an audition right now. All right, pretend you're auditioning for Undisputed. Skip just said LeBron is a total failure and embarrassment to the NBA. What do you say back to that?
God, I mean, you know what? What do they say? Don't respond to fools because from a distance they can't tell who is who. I would look like Skip trying to argue that. It's insane.
Already not going.
That's partly why I don't even want to do the show because it's like they're so extreme.
Not enough agreement.
I'm not a debater. I'm a discusser. And plus, I got too much love for LeBron. I think he's the GOAT. If he's not, he's number 2 all time. And he's totally horrible. I just laugh at Skip at those moments. I couldn't even do it.
Probably best that you don't audition for that job.
Don't even bother.
That was a terrible take too anyway. Staying in the field of sports talk, Kendrick Perkins said ESPN should talk less LeBron and more Jokic. Now, ESPN
Great
has been
call.
losing all these viewers, bleeding. Don't you think that strategy of more Jokic talk would save the network?
Jokic all the time, Jokic.
I think they should, but at the same time, you can't force it. Here's the thing. It's not just because he's not American born or he's a European player. It's his style of play that is just not as attractive. I give it to you like this. When we first saw Kristaps Porzingis hit the league, they were talking a lot about him, a 7'3" unicorn that can shoot 3-pointers, because his style of play was athletic. When you look at Jokic, he's barely above the floor. So you're like, okay, that's part one. Part two is big men don't sell sneakers. Used to be an adage. A lot of people said. That's why the Jordans are so popular.
You know what,
That's
Tony?
a guard.
This is not interesting at all. We're just going to move on. Sorry, we apologize. Kendrick Perkins maybe should
Nobody
not.
want to talk about that.
It's not your fault. It's Kendrick Perkins' fault.
Yeah, we shouldn't have listened to him.
We should have listened.
Simone Biles.
Let's move to the NFL, right? You played for the
Flip-flopping.
Dallas Cowboys, right? You just saw the news. Antonio Callaway,
So
wide receiver,
disappointing.
dropped by the team after he drove with a suspended license. Don't you think this was a mistake by Callaway? Because if you want to make the Cowboys roster, don't you have to do a bigger crime like arson or grand larceny? Or, maybe not manslaughter, but assisting in a manslaughter?
Yeah, assisted
Don't you think Callaway should have
manslaughter,
done more
bank
things like
fraud.
that to secure his roster spot?
Yeah, you got to wear a mink coat in July going to court. You remember
There you
those
go.
days?
See, you
There you
understand.
go.
Yeah,
That's when they were
yeah.
good.
Oh man, who hasn't driven with a suspended license though before? Golly, like I'm sorry. No one.
I like where your head's at. All right, keep going.
You guys don't drive in Philly, I guess, because in California out
We
here.
have chauffeurs, but okay.
Yeah.
Obviously,
How you
you're
get
not
a
at our level
chauffeur and
yet.
y'all didn't win a Super Bowl? That's only for the Super
Yeah, I
Bowl
don't
champ.
remember you winning a Super Bowl, bud.
Yeah.
Y'all some runner-ups. Y'all, that's what y'all
you
do.
kidding
y'all
me?
run up to places because y'all ain't the champs. Champs get chauffeurs. Y'all runner-ups.
Yeah, this coming from a guy who played for the Chargers and the Jaguars.
Yeah, this guy who's a big Clippers fan. Are you kidding me? This
Yeah, I
guy's
had
talking.
bad
This guy
teammates.
talks about Chip City, potato chip city over here, Mister.
Hey,
you
my
kidding?
bell ain't cracked like y'all bell is cracked over there. Oh, little brother want to be New York asses.
Oh,
y'all can't
man.
mess with nobody.
Are you
What do
kidding?
do?
Are you kidding?
All right, you know what? Just slow it down there. He's getting a little too big for his britches there.
Yeah. See,
Yep.
this is why it's not working. He has to
I don't
agree.
know.
We're trying
Yeah,
to teach
this is-
him.
you
You
know,
have
Tony,
to
this is why
agree
we don't
with
have
your.
guests like this on the show.
Yes.
You know what? Look, we don't want to throw you off just yet because we believe in agreement. So maybe you'll just
Yup,
we'll give
we're
you
gonna
one
try one more time.
shot here. We don't like to talk politics on the show. But serious business here. Joe Biden just had the Chiefs to the White House to celebrate their dubious Super Bowl win.
Very
Marcellus,
dubious.
don't you think this is a very controversial move for both sides here? Because given that the result of the Super Bowl is still up for debate, as is the result of the presidential election, don't you think this is a bad move?
Well, I think it's a bad omen because in the situation, didn't he just take the jersey and walk away? Didn't grab the helmet, didn't grab the ball.
We
And
didn't
Kansas
watch.
City-
Yeah, we didn't watch. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
We're still
it's bad
disputing
because
the results of the Super
Don't
Bowl.
you agree that we should legislate the result of the Super Bowl first
Yeah.
if we're going to talk to the president? He should
well,
intervene.
first you need to tell Jalen Hurts just hold on to that football. That one.
Oh, you kidding?
You know what you can hold on to? You know
Yeah.
what you can hold on to?
Yeah.
You can hold on to a life raft because you're
Yeah,
getting
'cause
thrown
guess
off
what? You're
this ship.
floating
Speak
off
for
the
yourself.
show.
You
You're
can
floating
speak
off
into
the
a
show.
dial tone, 'cause you're
Yeah,
off the
you
show.
must sold us a bill of goods. You're off the
Get your
show.
punt return team better.
We're not
Get your punt return team game better.
Off
So
the
you
show.
got a river. Goodbye.
See ya.
God.
You should go
beat a
work on a
fourth
show
string
called
quarterback.
Undisputed.
to even get
Jay.
there.
Where you
You
go.
guys.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
You know why that segment didn't work, Tony? There wasn't enough agreement.
Totally right again. Absolutely. Great point.
There you
Yup.
go. But
There you
one thing
go.
we can agree on, Tony, is that other than that, it was a terrific, perfect
It really
show
was.
all around.
Yeah,
Of course, we want to thank
100%.
our good friends at Sleep Number.
Thank
Oh,
you.
oh.
Hey, hang on.
Oh, come on. Producer Jay. Somebody I wish we could put to sleep.
Yeah.
What do you
Someone who-
want?
Corrections.
What?
What? Hurry up.
First, number one. You said the Live Tour held its tournaments in the desert in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Made
Crazy.
no sense.
Yeah.
The tournaments were held on courses in America. They weren't held in the desert.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're going to be held in the desert. In the hole I throw you in.
Yeah. You're not going to be on the Live Tour. You're going to be on the Dead Tour. Yeah.
Oh, great
You're
one,
done. You're done. That's it. No more.
You said that like the PGA and the Live Tour, the NFL should merge with the XFL.
Yeah, smart
bro.
business, bro.
Good for both leagues.
Yeah.
No. The NFL is like 1,000 times bigger than the XFL. Acquiring the XFL would add no value to the NFL.
Well, on the subject of adding no value, you.
Yeah. You know what is going to merge? My foot to your balls. Yeah. You're
great
done.
one,
That's
Tony.
it. We're
Got
out of
him.
here.
No, for the 100th time, you guys keep saying Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that's his name, bro.
That's his name, bro.
No, it's not. It's Nikola Jokic. You want to try saying that back?
Do you want to try shutting the up?
Actually, don't worry. I'll pronounce it right for you. His name is Suckle My Balls Itch. Yeah, you're done.
Great one,
Oh,
Tony.
he said,
What a way-
he
yeah,
said,
look at him.
poorly,
Look at him.
he
No one's going to be
said,
soaking
he's
after this,
soaking.
Tony. Get this. Just booked for next week. Super Bowl legend, Eagles hero Nick Foles will be
Wow,
on the show.
that's
Yup,
huge
can't wait for that.
news.
In the meantime, follow us on TikTok. Subscribe on the YouTube. Tony, terrific job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.